I'm Mr. MegaManFan, and this is Space Invaders for Atari 2600. If Helen of Troy was the face that launched 1,000 ships, Space Invaders was the game that sold 1,000,000 Ataris, because this was the breakout hit of the Atari video computer system, which later became known as the 2600 to most of you out there. But I do have to say, in all fairness, even though it was a system seller, there are some things about it that I'm not super fond of. For example, I usually play Space Invaders with the strategy of eliminating the column that's all the way to the left and keeping them from dropping down rows faster by wiping out columns moving to the right from there. But unfortunately, with the 2600 version, you can't move all the way to the left, so even at the very start, there are aliens that you can't hit. And because there are just 6 rows of aliens, it's not even effective to try to attack them that way, because they're coming down very fast given how wide they are across the screen, so you're actually better off peeking out the bottom row and working your way up. The usual strategies with Space Invaders aren't super effective here. On top of that, you only have 3 bases instead of the usual 4, and they're very narrow, so you don't have much room to shield yourself from enemy fire that's coming your way. Does that make this a bad game? No, I wouldn't go that far. Does it make it the best home version of Space Invaders you can play? Definitely not. The Avengers, which was Space Invaders by any other name on Commodore 64, was a much closer to true arcade experience. So I would definitely start there if you were going to play it. I wouldn't necessarily say that's the definitive way to do it, but it beats this. But at the time, this was all there was in North America, so it was literally better than nothing, especially if you were one of those parents who's probably tired of your kid hanging out at the arcade, pumping quarter after quarter after quarter into a Space Invaders arcade cabinet. You were probably like, damn right, I'm gonna buy this thing, get Space Invaders, they can play it at home all they want, and then save me some money in the long run. And then you're gonna have to buy more Atari games, so maybe not save some money in the long run, but you get the idea. And of course, it was novel at the time just to have a home console where you could actually play multiple different games by inserting a cartridge, because up till that point, the only system that really had interchangeable games was the Odyssey, and those really weren't interchangeable games. They were just changing different displays of light patterns on the screen, and then you put the overlays on the screen to actually have quote-unquote graphics. Whereas with the Atari 2600, you're actually changing the program that the console is running by plugging a new cartridge with new code into the console. You're actually generating a different game with the hardware with each cartridge you put in. Now, there was Bally Astrocade around the time of the 2600, so similar ideas were out there. The Odyssey 2 would come along at some point in this era, but for home consumers, the 2600 was really the first breakthrough interchangeable cartridge system, later followed by Intellivision and ColecoVision. But Space Invaders and Atari 2600 set it off, so I would say for historical purposes, this game is really important. And is it still fun to play? Absolutely. I enjoy it. It's just not Space Invaders as we know it. And unlike my review of Pac-Man on 2600, I'm not even going to say it's a fun game despite being nothing like what it's from. It's actually like what it's from. It's just I can play other versions of Space Invaders that come much closer than this.